This week on Longshot TV.
We're up in Ohio. It's nice. It's about 32 degrees, so hopefully this is what it's going to take to get the big bucks on their feet.
We're bouncing back and forth, trying to get on a good mature buck. We're waiting on this really cold system to move through.
Hoping luck will be a little bit better this afternoon.
We got a really good front system pushing in. Going to drop about 6 or 8 inches of snow on the ground. So I spot the really big buck. He's up on the hill. He starts working in. My broadhead actually tips the edge of the blind. He actually works back down about 40 yards, makes one big loop, and about 10 minutes later he comes right in. We're getting in here today with the daylight. Hopefully we can find this deer man.
This is why I lost sleep last night.
We're up in Ohio, actually northwest part of Ohio, hunting a farm we've got here. It's about 150 acres of timber. And we've had some trail cams running and started to see a couple good bucks show up. We had a nice cold front that moved through a day or so ago, and it's going to be in here for the next 3 or 4 days. We actually started seeing some of the bucks start working some scrapes, so we're hoping this cold front will kind of push them over. Maybe we can get one to cruise by and let the old Matthews bark. So. Well, it's our first afternoon set here in Ohio. October 21st, we got about a 15-mile-an-hour north wind. Good cold front just blew through. We actually set this stand this morning. Had a nice little 6-point come in, but wind's perfect for it again this evening, so we decided we'd set in here. We've got 3 or 4 different bucks on trail camera. 2 of them we're not quite sure on their shooter possibilities. We're kind of, I got the best shots in the world. We're trying to kind of ease them, so I'm kind of looking to see them on the hoof. He's probably been in here for at least 45 minutes to an hour. He finally got up and he worked his way through. He walks by the tree at 8 yards. Stayed 3 years in Ohio. I'm sitting back in the same set I've been hunting the past 2 days. We're supposed to have a north-northwest wind up till about noon, so it'll still be pretty good for this stand. We've still got 2 shooter bucks till we're trying to catch moving through, but just haven't been able to get it done. It's been overcast, rainy for the past 3 days. This is actually the first morning we've had the sun up. And, it's nice. It's about 32 degrees, so hopefully this is what it's going to take to get the big bucks on their feet. So. That's the second encounter we've had with that buck. He's a 3-year-old 11-point, just beautiful deer. You can get another 2 years on him, he's going to be a giant.
Well, I spent quite a few weeks in Ohio during the pre-rut, and November I think I've been up maybe about 3 weeks now, and it's time to get back to North Carolina.
Before the break on Longshot TV.
We're up in Ohio, actually northwest part of Ohio, hunting a farm we've got here. It's nice. It's about 32 degrees, so hopefully this is what it's going to take to get the big bucks on their feet. So. You can get another 2 years on him, he's going to be a giant.
Christmas rolls around, talk with the wife, and I'm able to shoot back up for a late season hunt.
It's December 29th here in Ohio. It's second day of late season hunting. It's been real unseasonably warm for this time of year, but we actually got some cold weather to push through last night. It's 18 degrees this morning with the northeast wind about 3 to 5. So conditions absolutely perfect this morning. Got a heavy frost. Quite a few pictures of them moving in here in the morning time. Usually between 9 and 10 a.m. It's about 8:15 right now. So, if either one of those two bucks comes in and gives us opportunity, we'll probably try to go after them. But either way, we also got a doe tag to fill. So if we get a good mature doe in, I'm probably going to take her also. These deer are just pouring out of this big timber using this funnel. This little finger. They just didn't move here this morning, so anyway, I'm going to slip out. And wind's supposed to stay out in the northeast this afternoon, so I plan on getting right back up and hunting this set, so maybe we can get it done this afternoon. We actually had to change our setup plan for this afternoon. Went to the stand we were going to hunt. The farmer was over gathering firewood, so it just kind of buggered us up. But either way, we've always got a backup plan. We slipped in over here at the Big Oak. Wind's perfect. Got a few good does on this farm and actually got a couple of nice bucks. They just hadn't been showing up here over the past couple of days.
Any farm we've really got the right wind to hunt that we know we've got a good deer on, we're bouncing back and forth, trying to get on a good mature buck, waiting on this really cold system to move through.
It's New Year's Eve, hunting the same blind I hunted this morning. Had a lot of good action, just the deer wanted to work opposite end of the CRP field than where I'm set up. But hoping luck will be a little bit better this afternoon.
Before the break on Longshot TV.
Christmas rolls around, talk with the wife, and I'm able to shoot back up for a late season hunt.
It's December 29th here in Ohio.
We're bouncing back and forth, trying to get on a good mature buck, waiting on this really cold system to move through.
Looking like we'll be a little bit better this afternoon. Well, I think we just filled our doe tagged. Shot look good. It's the only deer we've seen. We got about maybe 10 minutes of light left, so it's day 5 here in Ohio. I was able to fill one of my doe tags yesterday afternoon. They had a pretty good shot on her. She went about 60 yards. Either way, I was able to seal that up. We actually slept in here probably about 3 or 4 hours ago. This is one of our other farms. Nobody hadn't been on it in probably about 5 or 6 weeks. So we pulled in here and grabbed the card, and we got one real big shooter on.
We've got a really good front system pushing in, going to drop about 6 or 8 inches of snow on the ground. We've got a good wind for this blind for the next 4 or 5 days. We know we've got a good deer on here, so we're going to camp out on here for the next 4 or 5 days as long as the wind allows us. So I spotted a really big buck. He's up on the hill. He starts working in. He gets in. We're in a ground blind, a lot of thick timber. Camera has a great view on the deer. I don't quite have the best view. I've got my bow sitting beside. My broadhead actually tips the edge of the blind. Everything's frozen. Deer boogers off about 30 yards, and I pretty much think it's over. He actually works back down about 40 yards, makes one big loop, and about 10 minutes later he comes right in.
Before the break on Longshot TV.
We got a really good front system pushing in, going to drop about 6 or 8 inches of snow on the ground. So I spotted a really big buck. He's up on the hill. He starts working in. He gets in, we're in a ground blind, a lot of thick timber. My broadhead actually tips the edge of the blind. You know, I tell Wade, hey, as soon as you get him in camera, let me know. I'll maneuver and do what I got to do, and we're going to shoot this buck.
It looks like we just made an awesome shot. Big 8, looks like he might be a 10. He's got a couple of stickers. I think it's a deer we had pictures of last year. Hadn't seen him, not the first time this year. Just looked up to the right and he just started coming through. He's got like a big quarter or something down around under his belly, but man, it looks like we just put the hammer shot on him. 25 yards, God. We've been sitting there watching this deer. We've been watching this deer for 15 minutes. He had him on the camera. I couldn't get there. I couldn't shoot where he's at with the bow. He spooked a little bit and he walked back around. We thought he was gonna walk out and he come back and he's at 25 yards. So we did a little lean-to shot and just, man, looks like we center punched him. Well, it's been about 20 or 30 minutes since we shot him. Look back at the shot on the camera. It looks like it might have been a touch low, so we're gonna ease over here where we shot him so we can find some blood and probably just glass the bottom and see if he's down in there. We're probably not gonna push him, just kind of see what we got. Just found the blood where the steer went over the hill into this big old river bottom. We decided we're just gonna stop here. We're gonna grab our stuff and pack back out. Shot looked good. Just a buck of a lifetime. We don't want to risk pushing him, so we're probably gonna get back in here in a few hours. Might even wait till tomorrow. We're probably gonna go back, put it on the big screen, and let's get a better look at the shot.
Thank you, brother.
Went back to the lodge and looked at the footage. Shot looked perfect. Still give the deer about 4 or 5 hours. Me, Wade, and Ryan just got back in here. We're gonna slip down the hill, pick up the trail, and see if we can recover this big old buck.
Me and Ryan just tracked this deer about 600 yards. Apparently shot wasn't as good as we thought. He actually crossed the river here, went up on another ridge line, and crossed the property line. So we stopped and marked it on our phone. So we'll try to get permission tomorrow, see if we can come in here and find him. We're getting in here today with the daylight. Hopefully we can find this deer, man.
Oh, God. Good night, man. Holy smokes, dude. What a stud. This is why I lost sleep last night. The idea of not being able to recover this giant, man, he is just an absolute stud. I mean, we felt the shot was pretty good, but it was like where we looked at it. It was about 3 inches low. We got one lung, and man, I'm just so pumped. This is a absolute deer of a lifetime. Giant deer, man, giant deer. It's been hard late season here, man. We've just, it's been, the weather finally hit perfect about 3 days ago. We've getting negative temperatures. We got 6 inches of snow, and it's just been absolutely perfect. And we just had a good feeling about setting that stand yesterday evening, and man, this big boy come in a little bit before 5 and was able to put a good shot on him and just recover this absolute stud. What a great way to cap off the Ohio deer season. It's probably 30-some days I've been up this year. Hunted back in late October. Come back up again second week in November, tried to hit the rut right and just couldn't get it done. Seen a few nice bucks, but nothing to, no mature bucks. But anyway, come back up late season. Been up here now for probably about 11 days, and yesterday afternoon, this deer here walked out and was able to put a good shot on him, and went back in this morning and recovered him, and man, I couldn't be more thankful.
Want to find out more about Longshot TV? Look us up on the following. Special thanks goes out to our friends and partners at Country Boy Outfitters.